A young gangster's life unravels when a fatal mistake leads to an interrogation that exposes a chilling truth. This is the story of Cruz Medina, a 16-year-old aspiring gangster whose world came crashing down after a fatal shooting. Accused of involvement in the death of 18-year-old Jada Gonzalez, Cruz found himself in the interrogation room, facing detectives who were determined to uncover the truth. But what if the most crucial detail in this case was something everyone overlooked? In this documentary, we'll dissect the interrogation, analyze the psychological dynamics at play, and understand why this case serves as a stark warning about the allure and consequences of gang life. The interrogation room. A sterile environment, designed to break down defenses and elicit confessions. Cruz Medina, barely an adult, sits across from seasoned detectives. The air is thick with unspoken tension. Detectives begin their line of questioning, probing into the events of that fateful night. They want to know who was there, what happened, and crucially, what role Cruz played. He claims to have prayed a lot in the past few years, a statement that seems out of place for a young man allegedly involved in gang activity. Is this a genuine plea for redemption, or a calculated attempt to appear remorseful? The questions become more pointed. Who were the two guys that you were here with? Detectives are trying to piece together the timeline, identify accomplices, and establish a clear sequence of events. Cruz's answers are evasive, his demeanor shifting. He admits to meeting up with them, but hesitates when asked about the specifics of leaving the party. The detectives press on, sensing inconsistencies. Every word, every pause, is scrutinized. Why the hesitation? What is he trying to hide? The conversation takes a turn as Cruz mentions doing it before and having them slowing down. This cryptic statement raises more questions than answers. Is he referring to previous incidents? Is he implying a pattern of behavior? The detectives are listening intently, trying to decipher the meaning behind his words. The psychological pressure is immense, and Cruz seems to be struggling to maintain his composure. This case highlights a critical aspect of gang culture, the normalization of violence and the erosion of empathy, especially among impressionable youth. The narrative shifts again as Cruz claims, "I think everybody just getting kicked out." This suggests a chaotic end to the gathering, perhaps an attempt to diffuse responsibility. But the detectives aren't buying it. They've heard this before, that everyone was doing it defense. They push further, asking about the moment of the shooting. When you were trying to shoot? The question is direct, accusatory. Cruz's response, "I'm not sure," is a stark contrast to the earlier claims. This uncertainty is exactly what the detectives are trying to exploit. As the interrogation progresses, the true extent of the damage becomes apparent. The initial image of a smiling teenager belies the grim reality of the situation. Unfortunately, the damage was already done. This statement encapsulates the tragic outcome of this encounter. The pursuit of a gangster persona led to irreversible consequences, not just for the victim, but for Cruz himself. This case is a powerful reminder of the devastating impact of gang involvement on young lives and the importance of intervention and education. The interrogation may be over, but the questions linger. What truly happened that night? And what will become of Cruz Medina? This case is a stark illustration of how quickly a life can be derailed by the choices made in the pursuit of a dangerous fantasy. If you're fascinated by the complexities of criminal psychology and the intricacies of real-life investigations, subscribe for more in-depth breakdowns of true crime cases. We explore the minds of suspects and the systems that bring them to justice.